Hey, welcome back to the Fast Food and Barbecue. So tonight we're going to be making some maple jalapeno cured bacon. So what I have right here is a 1.5 pound pork belly. I have right here 5 big jalapenos, and in here I have 3 tablespoons of kosher salt, 3/4 cups of brown sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of pink curing salt number 1, and about 4 teaspoons of pepper, black pepper. So first thing I'm going to do is remove this aside, and I'm going to add probably about a 1/4 cup of maple syrup into our mixture here. So we don't want it too wet, but kind of want to make kind of like a paste. So okay, so that's that. Let's give it a good mix. Looks good to me. Alright, so next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move this out of the way, and I'm going to glove up and cut these jalapenos. I ran out of latex gloves, so my wife found these cheap ones, so these are what I'm going to use, because even though I can wash my hands afterwards, something tells me I'm still going to burn up. So touch my face or whatever. So what I'm going to do is just basically get the tips off, and we're just going to slice them, seeds and all. Not really easy working with these cheap gloves, but we'll make it work. So get these all cut up nice. Okay, they're thick or not, don't matter. We're going to vacuum pack this thing, you'll see in a minute, and everything's going to absorb over the next 7 days. So I may not even use all these because it's a lot of jalapenos, plus we're not removing the guts or the veins or the seeds. Yeah, you know, I think I'm going to go with that. Alright, so we're going to move this out of the way, get rid of these gloves. Now we're going to get our pork belly going. Alright, so it's a sticky mixture here, so I'm going to use another pair of gloves here, these cheap gloves. So the goal is basically we don't want any of this going to waste. We're going to rub this whole thing down with our this already isn't going to work out, but with our mixture here. Yeah, these gloves aren't happening. We're just going to use our hands. Alright, so I guess we're just going to get the whole thing rubbed down, top and bottom, and we'll see. I'm hoping I made enough. We're going to vacuum pack it anyway, so it's going to be fine, I think. I want to have enough at the bottom, so let me just get our rubber spatula here and see if we could kind of spread it out evenly. Seems to be working out a little better. Yeah, we're gonna have to make this fit on the top because I still have to do the bottom. So yeah, we'll make it work. Okay, that looks good to me. And we're gonna be flipping this thing pretty much every day anyway, even though it could be vacuum sealed. So that looks good. Got pretty much most of it covered. It's all gonna soak in anyway. So let's flip this guy and get the rest of this on. said, we don't want to waste any of this because these are pretty much almost precise measurements. So do that. So actually, I think I was going to dry brine it, but I decided to add maple syrup. But I think it's going to help with our vacuum packing it, because I'll show you why next. So let's just get all this rubbed all over it. We want this pink curing salt, the brown sugar, and everything to penetrate all this pork. And it will, because it's going to be vacuum packed. And once you vacuum pack something, it's going to suck it all into it. And you have to sit for 7 days. It's going to be amazing. So, okay. All right. Do our best to get this all over it. And move this bowl out of the way here. Okay. All right. So now what we're going to do, all right, so now this is the bottom part. I'm going to put our jalapenos on there. Kind of defeats the purpose of wearing gloves, but that's all right. Just like that. And then I think what I'm going to do is after this, I'm going to pause our camera and we'll get it into our vacuum bag, and then we'll put the jalapenos on the top. So yeah, it looks good to me. Little end there. Do one more there. All right, so we're going to pause our camera and then we'll be back. All right, so I got our vacuum seal bag. So what I'm going to do is I folded the sides over, see if we can get this thing in here without making a mess. Kind of want these jalapenos to stay. So these things are horrible. All right, so I'm going to pick this guy up. Oh yeah. Wow, the stuff already came off, so we're going to have to fix that. So we're going to get this guy slid in there, just like that. All right, get rid of this glove, because these things are horrible. We'll move some of these jalapenos over. All right, so now what we're going to do is kind of bring this out like this and give her a flip, just like that. Now, of course, you can see all our stuff came off the top. So we're going to get it back on there. So we're going to get all this stuff rolled back on there. Forget the gloves again, they're a nightmare. All right. Yeah. All right. We'll do our best anyway to make it work. Okay. Okay. If basically this is not how to do it, but that's all right. We're still going to make it work, and it's going to work. It's just my mix didn't really quite work out, but you know what? Just like when I did another video, a couple of them, we even posted screw-ups on here. You know what I mean? This way people could learn, you know, from my mistakes. So, if you don't make mistakes, you don't learn. All right, a little more on top, and we're good, I think. We're all pretty much there. So we're gonna stack the rest of these jalapenos on top, best as we can. A couple came off the bottom, but you know what? I think it should be fine. I kind of tucked them in there, so I think we're going to be all right, actually. Not rocket science, even though I'm kind of making it look like it is, but it's not. If I made my paste a little more runnier, I think we would have been fine, but that's all right. All right, so that's it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go wash my hands. I'm going to get this vacuum sealed, and we'll be back. All right, so our pork's in the bag, so now we're going to vacuum seal this thing. Hopefully this works out. This thing seems to be fighting me all the way. So anyway, let's get this thing vacuum sealed. And like I said, it's fighting me. Oh, it's going. There it goes. Like I said, it's fighting me all the way here. I don't know why, so let's try it again. There we go. Maybe that'll be better. There we go. All right, full vacuum sealing. Beautiful. So that's good. Now it's pressing everything into the meat. Beautiful. Well, let this finish up. This is a new vacuum sealer I got, and it seems to be working out pretty good. So, it's a little more expensive than the cheap one I had. So, I had to buy them at a line, so I got this one. It works pretty good. So that's it. So, we are done. Have a look at it. Like that. And there we go. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to double vacuum seal it. And that's it. So we're going to let this guy sit in the fridge for a week. We're going to flip it every day, even though it's vacuum sealed. I'm going to get a better seal on the next one, I think. I had the bag a little too big here, but that's all right. So we'll see you in 7 days. All right, so our pork belly's been curing for about 8 days now. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this guy open. Quick. That it's feeling nice and firm too, so it's going to be great. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this guy open. Get out of here. And it's going to be a big sticky mess with the maple syrup. That's all right. All right, get this out of here. See if I can do it without making a mess. Get rid of that. So there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go rinse this now. And we're going to get our smoker preheated to 225. And we're going to smoke this thing for about 2.5 hours, maybe 3. We're looking for an internal temperature about 150-ish, 155. So that's it. So we're going to go rinse this thing up, get all the excess salt off, and we'll be back. All right, so our smoker's up to temp, so we're going to put our pork belly in. I'm using hickory chips, by the way, and I also put an extra smoking tube in there for a little extra smoke. I'm using my Eastwood electric smoker. So that's it. We're going to let this guy go for 3 hours, and we'll see you then. All right, so our pork belly's done. It's only been in the smoker about an hour and a half, but it's done. It's a small piece. So looking beautiful, brown, golden brown. Smells amazing. So we're going to put this in the fridge overnight, and then tomorrow we'll slice it up and try a few pieces. We'll see you then. All right, so our bacon's been in the fridge chilling overnight. So as you can see, it's looking beautiful. So now we're going to cut some nice thick slices off of this thing. That was a bit really thick, but that's all right. But look at that on the inside. Isn't that beautiful? So that's it. So we're going to cut a couple of slices off of this thing. Actually, I'm going to turn it, make it a little easier to cut. Some nice thick slices. And then we're going to get our cast iron pan. That was a little thin. Oh well. Still going to cook it. We're going to get our cast iron. I got a flat cast iron pan I'm going to heat up. I'm going to fry a few of these up and give it a shot. So we'll see you in a few minutes. All right, so the first couple of pieces of bacon I cut, I thought they were a little too thick, and I basically got this cast iron pan way too hot. So we're going to do a do-over. I cut a couple more slices. They're still thick cut, but they're not way overboard, and this thing isn't so hot that it's going to burn them. So we're gonna let these guys go. Check the flame here. Yeah, we're good. So that's it. So we'll let these guys go for a few minutes, and then we'll be right back. All right, so our bacon's been going for a few minutes now. And it looks and smells amazing. So let's see. Yeah, still a little charred, but I think that's probably because of the maple sugar, maple syrup in there. But that's all right. All right, let's give this bacon a taste test. It's only been 9 days now, so let's give it a shot. Wow. That is great. It's salty, it's sweet. Got a little back of the little jalapeno in there, kind of little burn, but not much. Fantastic. So this will be making this one again, definitely. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this video, like, subscribe, and hit the like button, all that fun stuff, and we'll see you soon. Thanks again for watching.